So hello guys and welcome to the Close Beta Closeout. This is the playoffs night tonight and we are on a timer, ladies and gentlemen. The servers are gonna close in 7 hours, so we have to be finished with everything by that point. My name is Daks and joining me tonight is the one, the only Asurai Gaming himself. Mr. Asurai, how are you doing for tonight's action?
I'm doing well, man. I am super stoked to be here. And again, thanks for inviting me. It's going to be super fun. And I cannot wait to see how, our Pinoy comrades duke it out in Valorant.
Yes, sir. It is gonna be an all Pinoy roster right here, right now. No one from NA, everyone based on here. Toughing out the ping, toughing out those servers, and looking to close out the CBT in a good fashion. But before we start things off into this one, let's look at that schedule for our game. So first thing first, this semifinal number one will be Team Memes versus Team EXE, our first and fourth seed respectively. And later on at 6 p.m, it's gonna be MMK versus Global TikTokers. Third place match will happen there as well at around 7 p.m. Grand Finals will be a best of 3 at 8. And hey, if we make it, if we really go that in the wire, we should be done latest by 11, which is only an hour away from CBT closing. So this is as close as it can get. And if people are asking why we are doing it like this, that is the reason for doing so. It really is just looking to be as spicy as possible and, close beta, close out to say the least. How about you, Asurai? What do you think about doing a tournament like this under the wire?
Under the wire? I just think you're a freaking madman.
That's how you
Like,
do it. It's just
yeah, I
like,
mean,
hey,
who wins if ever like the server shuts down on like the grand finals? I'm just
I,
saying,
I know. We
theoretically.
have contingencies. Don't worry. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, guys, if this doesn't finish by server close, if we don't get the game started, the penultimate game started by server close, we are going as soon as servers open. We will finish this instantly.
Okay.
Everyone better download this shit, ready to go. That kind of thing. And before we do start things off, we'll just look at a quick little recap from yesterday's results in the group stage. So our first seed there is Team Memes with a 2-1 standing, tied with MMK, of course, but they have a really good round give standing. So I made a new system, kinda, in a way. It's a little modified, to say the least, from a few things I've noticed from different games. And our first tiebreaker is the round given system. So basically, it's the score of all your opponents combined. So if they win, of course, that's 13, and then you add up the other scores from the other rounds, and it's lowest. The lowest number is the best, basically. It's kind of like golf, because it kind of rewards you for winning more decisively over getting random trash points in a match that you get stomped on. And it was such a big decider, honestly, in so many ways. So, first place there for me, second place for MMK, both at 2-1, but 19 rounds given for Team Memes, 35 for Team MMK. And then the third and fourth, it was so close, all tied up 1-2, with 38 rounds given both, but the head-to-head going in favor of Global TikTokers there with the W, so they get that third place, EXE on fourth, facing off this Team Memes. And Asurai, if you're able to catch a few of those matches yesterday, Team Memes, after losing to MMK, they turned it up to 11, 13-2 against Global TikTokers, and 13-4 against Team EXE.
Damn, that's insane.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Processing how the point system works, but I'll let you just do it, man. You're the main caster in
Yeah,
this
that's
one.
no,
So
I got you. So it's
you got me,
basically
you got me.
it's like, hey, but then we're playing, and I get a 13-10 against you, so that's 10 to me, and then I
Mhm.
lose to another guy, another team, so that's 13 added, so that's 23 so far, and then I win like 13-3, that's
Oh.
26, and then I compare it to another team in the same standing. And if I
Mhm.
have a lower number, then I have the better seed. It's kind of some cheeky stuff. I was kind of big brain
Okay,
out of
okay, okay.
nowhere. I was like, I
All
don't
right.
like this challenge thing. Might as well do something a little different. And hey, we are gonna be looking to get into our first game. So Team Memes versus Team EXE. You have any familiarity with these two teams, mates?
Let me just pop out there. So TMEXE and memes. So memes I have seen before during the is it okay to say the name of the game? Is that all
Yeah.
right?
What?
Okay.
We're not under any contracts. Don't worry.
Okay,
We can
perfect,
talk
perfect.
about anything.
I'm just playing it safe. Maybe
Is
somebody
it?
doesn't
Is
like it.
it
Yeah, anyways.
Overwatch?
Yeah. Anyways, memes seems to be like the 2016 roster for what team was it? I think it was Beneski back in the day, like in 2016. It's
Ooh,
Humi, Jesse Vash, Gabo. I think I still remember all of these three guys. They're really, really good. I remember Jesse Vash being a really freaky McCree
Makuri.
players.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so having that kind of expertise from Overwatch can transition well into Valorant here, and that I'm very much looking forward to that. Their opponents, though, I'm not really sure. I haven't seen their names yet, but still looking forward to everybody just performing on this particular game.
Yeah, so for team memes, actually, it's a mixture of many old teams and new. And
Hmm.
Overwatch, it's kind of like the veterans from 2016, 2017, 2018. Japan Home or Grandis Auto, actually, the off tank for last year's World Cup team. Jakama, the main DPS for Team Miraculum, pairing with
Mm.
Humi, who from Team Neski. And then, yeah, Jesse Vash
Yeah.
was so good on the McCree. Really, really interesting with the Sage. Of course, the international one, Mineski squad, pioneers of Dota and Dota 2. You can't forget about his rich history there. So very, very
Yeah.
competitive. Honestly, it's like basically the story of memes is like Gibbo was drunk one day, like every day. Like he is, and he was like, "Hey guys, we played together. Let's play the tournament." And they're like, "Okay." That was a story there, and they were just like,
Yeah.
They have a lot of chemistry with together. They play a lot of KR. That's for sure. If I remember correctly, two of them are immortal in Korea. So they have a lot of flexibility there. They have a lot of strength. In the
Mhm.
meantime, for Team EXE, veterans of the Apex scene actually. I don't know too much about their competitive history because it's kind of fuzzy to follow Apex itself, but from what I remember, they are really at the higher echelons within within the Apex Predators ranks, and they have been community leaders in Apex ever since. One of the big clans there. So they have also been the admins now of the Valorant PH Discord that I host pugs in, and they have been such a pleasure to work with. Really, really welcoming.
Mhm.
And one of the big reasons I invited them too, because there was just like, hey, two of these teams I invited come from my background. Two of the other teams, people who were really, really essential in building things here on Valorant. And hey, just look at that real quick. MMK, EXE, Global TikTokers, memes. Shout outs to all of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your time, all your attention too. And I'm glad I was able to share this with you. But hey, Mr. Asurai, it's now time to get
Yes.
into our first game, and our map
Mhm.
will be Bind. It's Team Memes on the defense, Team EXE on the attack. And the last time these two guys have met, I believe it was the same map actually, and it was a 13-4 in favor of Team Meme. So EXE needing, all that time from
Yeah.
yesterday to just try and figure things out, and hopefully we'll bet a closer game into this one. What do you think?
I'm just kind of actually I'll ask you a question so that I have something to
Mhm.
look forward to. Who in memes was actually being was the top fragger? The one who was kind of leading the pack to get
Oh,
that 13-4 against EXE.
well, it really was a component of everyone there, but it was really Humi with his Phoenix just going for those flanks, going for those pushes.
Mm.
Absolutely the duelist to remember. And he's always in those angles, going for those pushes just out of nowhere, and it really was just so potent. Every single time Humi was going to go for a 1v1, around 60-70% of the time, he would actually win it. And it was really, really essential to hold on to short to showers, to the hookah if need be. And it was really a show to remember from Mr. Humi.
Yeah. So there you go. I'm just gonna look forward to how Humi operates in this particular game. Oh, can I do like the thing that we did pre-stream?
Oh no. Okay, go
Is
ahead. We're still waiting for the heroes. The agents,
Select your
rather.
agent.
Let's get. Oh no, not this voice. It's this
People.
one.
Oh, nice, nice. People were
Yeah.
just ribbing on. Oh, I wish I had that kind of voice, just all low, Darth Vader and everything. But we are gonna get into Vine and take it away, Mr. Asurai, as we are getting into the game. Perhaps, yeah, loading on in. We should be good to go.
Let's
Yes.
get it on, boys!
All right, that's it. I'm good.
It's funny. Usually you're in the yellow on my thing. Your audio mix is perfect, but when you whip that out, it's just like Blair. OBS is
Yeah.
complaining. But hey, let's get into the action. Let's get into the game, and this is our first semifinal of the night, ladies and gentlemen. This is the close beta closeout, and here we go on Bind. So here we are, Asurai.
So usually it's I don't know how like higher tier players go about this, but usually what I kind of see in my particular rank is you kind of just want to split at the very start because it's a casual way to go, right? You just kind of
Mhm.
try to feel out the map and whatnot, and sometimes you kind of just want to see who's there. If you know that, let's say Humi is on A, you just say, "Oh shit, oh sorry, let's go
Okay,
B,"
it's
because we
okay.
don't want to fight this man who's gonna be really good with his aim and won't miss. At least a lot, so be
Okay.
careful.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Astro, I just want to say you can curse whatever. This is my tournament. This is my stream. I can do whatever I want. Just don't get me banned. You know the two words. That's a big no-no. That's pretty much it. That's all we got. So
I got you, man. But I'll play it safe. I'll play it safe. No
it's
need to
okay.
worry.
It's okay. We're gonna say here comes Arsoft coming to the shower. So immediately it's a quick A push here from Team EXE. They are gonna be playing Sebs on the stage this time. CMS gonna be on the Viper, and it seems like they are gonna be playing a little bit of a different strategy right now, Mr. Asurai. On Bind, of course, Viper has so much tech options with the walls, with those one-way smokes if need be. A safe plant behind the APC, but Humi already with first blood, and as you can see, his potency is so on point.
Yeah, people might say that Viper is not really as strong, but if you're able to hold onto a site, she's like incredibly ridiculous just because you can reuse her abilities with that meter of hers. And with Macax on this breach, just kind of entry fragging, it allows this team to be able to, you know, clear the site real easy. Nice timing on the heal though, and that's gonna clear out the round.
Yeah, so many quick kills. You know, that's the funny part about Valorant. Sometimes we start explaining a concept, everything just falls apart immediately, and just like, okay, whatever. People are dying. Bang, bang.
Yeah.
The guns go pew pew, and that's how it is sometimes. TTK, you know, it's really interesting sometimes when you fill in that kind of role, Mr. Asurai. Like this is kind of caster talk right now. When the TTK of a game is really short, it's just like, when do I get to talk as an analyst, or when does the play-by-play suddenly just yoink it away from you? And it's kind of difficult to feel it out, no?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Sometimes I guess you just have to use the waiting period before the round starts to do the more in-depth stuff. But at that point, it's like 15 seconds to get everything, all that information into one go, I guess.
Yeah, speaking of one go, here we go into the smoke. Jakama just going for the shots, but of course, this advantage right now for Team EXE. They go for a hot start, and it seems like they have really done their homework. Last time, they were kind of just so shaky. This time, it is going to be Team MeMes looking to get things done. They are at a disadvantage. Macax will get that takedown there. Spike now going to get planted onto the side as well. And Japan Home, the only one that have granted his auto, tried to look to find the angle, will get felled by Macax. And Team EXE, they know they're up for elimination, they know this is the day that truly matters, and it seems like they are whipping out a completely different thing. Now, I do worry for Team MeMes right now because, like yesterday, it seems like they are on the slower start, and in only a single elimination bracket, it might hurt them in the long run if they're unable to perform to their level from yesterday in just this first game.
Yeah, they really have to up their moxie here and whatnot. Now they're still not really looking to go anywhere else other than just A, which I think makes sense because having a Brimstone, having a Viper, it's the easiest kind of to go A because you just like block the 3 angles directly on the truck, and you can take the site if you're able to get control of Hookah, and that is just a great spray from CMS.
Exactly, just finds the angle and just gets a takedown there. 1-for-1 trade so far though. Finally, the defense of Team MeMes holding on points. And they are going to slow things down, forcing their rotation to B side. Pretty slow start though for Team MeMes truly. Jesse Bash, Japan Home as well as Jakama, all of them with no kills as of yet. And you can really expect from them that they are a frag heavy team. But here comes the tripwire immediately. Karazata rotating onto elbow. Angles could be taken here by Team MeMes as Spike is planted.
They got the spike planted down. It seems like Japan Home is right here on the elbow side, but he's been stopped by the slow. Spots the cross, but wasn't able to punish. That might actually hurt them in the end, because obviously a Sage can do so much, especially with that heal.
Macro game so huge for the page itself, but Humi drops down. CMS will get that takedown, goes for the curveball, very dangerous, but Zion will still fall to have Jesse Bash. Beautiful 3 kills right now. Team MeMes really trusting each other to cover the tracks, and right here, right now, on to Hookah we go. Macaxo will get 1. Pistol game is strong. Ghost gonna be out in the bat, but Humi gets 4. There you go. The frag heavy Phoenix is into play, and that is just gonna be Team MeMes getting the round back.
I'm gonna say Vash has the big brains. He knows that, you know, there's a good chunk of opponents that might be right outside on B long. So what he did was he boosted his teammates with the Sage wall so that they went up to that spot. I can't remember what it's called. The boost on elbow. And they used it to be able to have the high ground against their opponents, and it works really well. Like aside, rather than using the wall to block vision, they just used it so that Humi can have a more advantageous spot as he tries to clear out the opponents on long.
Yeah, and Jesse Vash is so good at that. Like I said from yesterday, it seems like this guy like plays CS:GO surf maps a lot, and he's just able to
Yeah.
hop his way to victory onto walls as much as possible. Really, really creative with his geometry here. But Arsoff with a very early run it back will get met immediately from showers, and that just basically confirms that there are defenders on A. But that's pretty much it. You're looking for a frag there with the ultimate. If it's not gonna happen, it's kind of a waste. But another crossfire shot onto the diagonal. In the meantime, Cyan right now looks like push on forward. Hopefully, though, everything's going to pan out here. But CMS with the first frag. It seems like he is on fire today. And this is something I do want to talk about later on. But the action spilling over to the APC. Potential safe plant onto A yet again.
I'm wondering where Japan put all of his utility. Maybe just onto the B side. That spray taking a little bit too long to get the kill, though. Down to 5 bullets, but he does finally shut down Arsoff. Now in a 4 versus 2 situation, it's still full control here for EXE, and I don't think they're gonna be able to retake this with just the 2 of them. They might just save their weapons and live to fight for another day.
Yes, sir. So it's gonna be time for them to get their gadgets back. A little more money in their favor. Not make sure those tripwires are. He wants to keep those alive into the next round. But I just do want to say this is something that is really good right now for Team EXE. CMS, as much as I love the guy, feels like he is such a streaker in terms of getting kills. He's either hot or cold. And yesterday he was ice cold, and today it looks like he is gonna go for the hot start already. Moving over to the TP, looking around, sees no targets. And this reminds you of their previous tournament run in the Tapang Cup that we had for the Twitch channel All PH community. CMS was there as well, and on the day I wasn't casting, he was actually pretty bad from what I've been told to me. But when I showed up to see his games, he was just like, this is the CMS I know, and they were able to get second place in that whole tournament.
Yeah, well, obviously for us, that just means that if he's able to get that that momentum going, he's gonna be on a roll here. And it seems like they're gonna make the most out of this, as CMS has been the one to actually entry frag for the most part, even though he is on this Viper. The danger to that is if you die, immediately your abilities shut down, so that if your teammates are on the cross inside your or over your wall, they will be like out in the open, which hasn't happened thankfully for EXE at the moment. But CMS, if he does lose that momentum, he might be in a tight situation, or he might put his teammates in that tight situation.
And honestly, for yesterday, since this is also still a best of 1, it's kind of the limitation of the game. Sure, we can do all best of 3s, but what do we do for the grand finals then? And also, again, guys, we are on a timer. I think that's the biggest thing. We are literally racing against time, which is the most exciting part. As Mr. Asurai said, is a madman thing. But as soon as more maps are going, I feel like we can really see more of the macro economy. But in terms of right now, if you are starting things off hot, you're going to get a lot of good efforts for your team. Humido with the first frag went for the run it back to get rid of his counterpart. Through the wall, a little too dangerous though, and CMS will use that to his advantage. 2 frags on the board here with the Vandal. Here comes the wall already to go for the safe plant. And he does get both. Have the orbital strike. No, he doesn't. He only has a stinger. Wants to play CQC. It seems like Team MeMes might be going for the retake here.
Playing like every round has to matter. Well, I guess that just shows how much respect they have to MeMes. Because like, if I was CMS, I wouldn't use my ultimate at this point because it's a 4v3 and you have full control of the site. But I mean, I guess they're just playing safe as of the moment. Humi did something unexpected. I think he just wanted to like do something of a spray god kind of thing, spray transfer with that Vandal of his, but he wasn't lucky enough, and I don't think he pre-flashed for that, or if he did, it immediately like went off, and then people saw where he was, and then he wasn't able to do that godly spray that he was maybe looking for.
Yeah, he just went through the Viper wall there after the run it back, anticipating that he could go for the 2v1 with himself, basically. It's like first life and then second life, but then it was a firing squad on the other side, and just such a good backup there, honestly, from Team EXE. They are playing a lot better right now. It seems like the point of yesterday, truly in the group stage, was to get these teams to have a feel for one another. And right now, Team EXE is showing that they have a lot more in store for them. Saving strats, always a decent thing to go about things, especially if the format is still a best of 1. It really is just truly how hot they can be. And right here, right now, we'll see if Team MeMes can actually bring it back to their own flavor. Chikama looking to hold it close again. Really struggling though, 0 to 5 right now in terms of his KD, bottom fragger here. And you can really expect more from Chikama, honestly, when he's able to just find those angles. He can get 1, 2, and 3 in 1. Ball swoop, In the meantime, though, Humi with the judge looking to be the jury and the executioner here, but no one is going on to B side.
So EXE here has been EXE has been just using to clear out these angles with the breach as well as the brimstone Molotov. In any case, it's Vash already with the operator, but because again of that poison wall from CMS, his vision is just blotted out. So he needs to be in a more aggressive stance here, position, which I think is really what's kind of hurting Memes at the moment. They don't take these forward angles that is catching EXE off guard, and EXE are just pushing onto the site, and it's been Memes trying to retake every single round, and it hasn't worked for them.
And Macaques even taking care of Humi. Even though the shot was close enough, it just wasn't enough. And the operator there getting a takedown. Waldo gonna get busted. Can Vash get the angle? He's going in through lamps, which is a little dangerous to play with the operator. We'll see how this is gonna pan out. Looking on the right hand side. Here comes the fault line there. CMS holding close. We'll get that takedown. Jesse Vash though with the kill instead. And sees the one onto the cubby. Here comes Vash though versus Macaques on the off versus off fight. And see Sebs. Is this gonna be a trade? Pistol is out. And can the Sage actually clutch it? We'll say goodbye. No points to actually go for the defuse anymore, but the spike itself will explode, and both of these snipers survive yet again. But what a hold here from Team EXE. It seems like Team Memes is not expecting a comp in a strategy like this.
They're not. I mean, it just works for them. They're, again, like I said, they're using all of these utilities to clear out the more forward angles, and once they know that nobody's there, they're like, just set up the smokes. They're gonna back off. They're gonna try to take the they're gonna try to do the retake, but retake doesn't seem to be the strong point of Memes as of this moment. So I think they have to do something a little bit more rash or aggressive to try to stop EXE, because EXE, well, pun intended, it hasn't stopped working.
Is executing on spot, and I think for Team EXE right now, they're just able to play their own game, and Team Memes is unable to really stifle the push in the first place. With the Viper wall, it slows them down. They can't really hold the angles that they do want to take. Run it back, don't want to get too much, but Chikama is behind the wall, and he's not going to be able to get much done. He's trying to hide away from those bullets, not panicking whatsoever. Here comes Humido looking for potential peak. There's so much happening though. There's a Viper poison pit down below, Sign even taking care of Chikama, and honestly, if Team Memes is unable to stop how this push works, as Gibbo gets rid of Sebs, the beautiful orbital laser there. Counter orbital, who are going to be able to get that kill, but will get fried by the beam. Here comes CMS right now, looking to go for the spike, but Jesse Vash with the angle, and we'll get the takedown. Hops up on top onto the middle, and this is a lot better for Team Memes. They are just getting walled off twice, and they cannot play the usual angle that they played last time against Team EXE. They have to hold closer, and that's what Humi as well as Jakama were doing. But the Viper wall still being such a pain. Can Macaques though go for the 1v3? He has the operator. He's been fragging out. He is at 8-1 KD. It's ridiculous right now from this breach. But Mr. Asurai, I just gotta say, at least Team is right now reacting and able to get that win.
Yeah, that's what I said. They have to do like something a little bit more out of the ordinary than what they've done in the past rounds. And Vash boosting himself up on that corner side of A, able to look over through the entire map or into the entire site as the smokes dissipated, really helped them kind of solidify the site. And nobody was expecting him there, even though they saw the wall. They didn't expect Vash to be in that angle, which maybe it was because EXE was panicking or something because of the first orbital strike from the brimstone. But in any case, that was a good round. EXE still has a great advantage here, but you can already see they're like, yeah, let's not mess with A anymore. Let's just go B.
Gotta do something else. It seems like the strategy has been stifled, but it worked a lot for them. 5 rounds there taken in the first place, and now on the B side. But there's something to note though. This is a really strong site here for Team Memes. They do have 2 of their best fraggers already set up to begin with, and this is Japan right now with the operator. Sees the Phoenix, goes for the shot, but doesn't get it in midair. Jakama in the meantime finally getting the frag that he needs. He's getting the angle, and he's getting the range that he is so effective at. In the meantime though, Clan Warfare is truly a go here. Here comes the aftershock, looking to get the clear on. CMS walks over just to die. There we go with the shot yet again. Hooker right now gonna get covered. Who will be able to get that takedown? And it seems like the garden gonna be a place where all of CMS and the rest of EXE are gonna die. Jesse Bash with the flank. Beautiful retake here from Team Memes. And this is what I'm talking about, Asurai. They're really good at B. And I just want to say, Clan Warfare here. Basically, Team Memes consisting of some of the Anbu boys. And then Team EXE, well, they're a clan themselves. So really interesting. So many groups with so many different flavors.
And I mean, you can see all of that. You know, the good flavors as well. I kind of saw the mentality of EXE where they wanted to go B because they know that the big ults of memes is still on cooldown, or you know, still recharging, so to speak. So they thought that it might be a really good idea, which it was. But like you said, the retake on that side, just intense or incredible from memes.
This is just where they're just so strong. Honestly,
Yeah.
it really is where they can be as potent as can be. You know what's funny though? That I've seen a few tournaments on Twitter that doing the same thing. They are also racing against the clock. They're also doing this. So it's like there's one in the KR region. But there you go, Japan home. He's been making a name for himself in the KR region, and will be able to get rid of CMS. Look at how potent Humi is. He's just fragging out headshot after headshot. And you know, A was a success. B is just an absolute decimation. Can Japan hold the play in the smoke? There's Saya though, getting those free frags from the middle. In the meantime, there's gonna be another kill from the operator. The Sage doesn't look, and it's 4 kills already for the Cypher, and he has cracked the code, and he is gonna be able to defuse this. What a play here from Team Memes. B side is their territory. There is no walking on Grove Street into this one.
Wow, again, that was just so quick. Humi with the split decision to use his run it back and gets almost 3 kills. If he just got his spray a little bit more correct at that point, that would have been a quicker shutdown from Memes. But not them. They were slow to start, but Memes is, you know, on the warpath here.
I wouldn't be surprised if Team EXE goes back to A. They have a lot of success there, and if Team Memes doesn't set up accordingly, they might just have the same result yet again. It really is just the utility of the Viper alongside the Sage that allows him to get such a safe plant onto the APC. And for Gibbo, he's not really doing too much right now because he's an A defender with all the action happening on B instead. So that means no orbital laser, no orbital strike to really just stifle that kind of APC plant. But Jesse Bash instead will go for the safer play, walls it over, and says, no sir, you're not gonna do that yet again.
He wasted that full ult with just one of his slows. This goes to show, like, if you're able to encroach the entire site with one of your abilities, you're able to shut down even ultimates themselves, and Jesse Vash just plays it smart.
Mr. Asurai, when you can't go fast, that's when it really hurts. But you know what might hurt is the full man rotation here for Team Memes, and they are not in position for this B-side defense. What the fake right now from Team EXE. Feels like Team Memes is just overreacting onto their A-side defense from trauma, basically, from what's happened. Beautiful wall right now, even from the Sage of Sebs, and so far so good. This is really a full rifle round though here for Team EXE. They have one shotgun. It's gonna be the bucky there for Sebs, but up on top, this is something we have talked about already. Humi with the flank up on the hookah. Rolling Thunder gonna be in the play, angle being taken. That's gonna be Gibbo getting that takedown, and so far so good here for Team Memes. Looking on around, sees the wall, and that's gonna be a headshot there. Resurrection comes into play as well, and this is gonna be such a push on the guard. It's B side is no way to be in the first place, Mr. Asurai. And Team Memes again, no jokes. B is theirs.
I mean, that's like the entire problem with the B site, right? Is that you kind of want to take the entire site as a full 5, but once you plant down the spike, you have to scramble not to be in the middle of it because there's so many angles, there's so many angles for the opponent to come in. You got yourself CT, you got yourself elbow, you got yourself B long and hookah, all clashing down on you. And if you're caught in the middle, all they gotta do is just check these particular angles and you get shut down. And I think that's like what the EXE was trying to do, was they tried to get out of the site so that they have better angles, but Memes was just so fast on the rotate.
Exactly, and I do feel like EXE kinda just let go of Kuka a little too easy. Econ around right now, and Humi's just gonna take those kills. Thank you very much, Japan Home. Also looking to get another kill to his name, but this is a round that should be taken by Team Memes by this point. 2 frags already. Humi on a warpath, as we've said. He has 14 kills right now. You know, in Overwatch, it was always a debate who was the best DPS. You could have said it was Humi, you could have said it was Jakama back then, you know, Jesse Vash, Talibol, and all the like in terms of those rivalries. But hey, you know, Humi is basically one of those super mechanically skill-inclined players. He moved from Overwatch to CS after the Mineski disband, and you know, it's panning out really well for him. He just has his spray control on point. He still has ultimate economy in his favor. And Jakama right now creating the frag there, but CM is actually gonna get the kill on back. Can get that takedown? Will he actually sober up? That's the real question. But back to my point, Mr. Asurai, when you see someone play
Yes.
Valorant and they do have a different background, they have a little bit of strength on certain aspects of the game. Like for Overwatch, ult economy and management is huge. And what
Yeah.
happened there? The Sage trying to do something. Stinger though, and also Sumin will get shut down. But yeah, for Overwatch, it's that ult economy that makes a big difference. For CS, of course, that mechanical skill and the like. And Japan will get that takedown. So if you do have the best both worlds sometimes, there you go. That is gonna be another defense here for Team Memes. Sorry, I went long there, but it's just the story of these games sometimes. The story of these players really showing up in terms of their playstyle.
Yeah, and that's kind of what if I may just add to what you were saying, like I was watching one of Shroud's videos and he was talking about how his strength as a high tier player isn't really his aim or his reaction time. Like there are other pros that have better aim and better reaction time than Shroud, and it kind of shows, right? But what he's proud of the most is his adaptability to, well, again, adapt to these different types of FPS titles. And Humi is like one of those people who are able to just flip a switch and they're like, yeah, I understand how this game works. Coming from Overwatch to CSGO to Valorant, it just works.
Oh
for him.
no. Oh no, Cyan actually killing Arsov. He had 1 HP and Arsov walks into the laser beam. But here comes Jesse Bash with the wall play, sends to the resurrection, but Jesse Bash taking the angle, gets 3 so far. Can he get the 1 clip on? Not gonna happen. Arsov back into the fight. A little bit of a reprieve there, but Japan in the meantime looking to get the angle. Wall gonna get busted already. Who gets the angle? Japan with that takedown, and where's the last defender? It's gonna be Macax staying on the side. That isn't gonna be a cubby to remember for him because he will die there. And the defense of Team Memes, after such a shaky start, they realize that, guys, this is the best of 1. Wake up. We need to win. We are the first seed. And they have taken the past 6 rounds in a row as sides are now going to get swapped, and I have to fix the overlay.
Go ahead, man. They're knocking. They're knocking on the doors already. They're
Yes,
saying,
sir.
we're here, guys. Don't forget about us.
Exactly. And just a quick little FYI again, why I had to swap the scores like that, guys. So here in Valorant, since the CPT is ending, they didn't bother to fix a bug. The sides don't swap anymore, but the scores do. So basically, I have to manually keep score right now for the game. So yeah, smiles.
That's oh my. Oh, I have to also do that then.
No, just basically, the score on the right is the Team Meme score. And the score on the left for you is Team EXE score. Confusing.
Ah,
That's why I just put a big block. I put a big block on it, just like, no, don't look at that,
Esports
look
ready.
at this instead. Esports ready. Dude, I am esports ready. I fixed the game for me. Riot hired me now. But Arsop, with the curveball peak, will be able to be very efficient there. Hot hands! And oh my god, the Phoenix. Okay, so remember guys, even if you're Phoenix, you are not immune to fire. It doesn't work that way. Beautiful defense right now from Team EXE. Entry frags from the Phoenix, and Arsov yesterday, it was really interesting actually, as here comes rotation. For Arsov, if I remember correctly, started onto the stage, and it was apparent that he was getting the kill. CMS was kinda shaky, as we've said, so he went over to the stage instead, and he kinda top frag for them for the next few games. So he's back on the same role, looking to get kills after kills, and those early frags really helping out for Team EXE in the first place. Beautiful one-way smoke as well from CMS, knowing a lot about the map, and it should be a round for the defense to hold.
oh, they hear. Gibbo hears it.
Got him.
Wow,
He actually
good
got him.
shut down with that. Oh, he still got stunned.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Not a big deal. Okay, Gibbo. So, as we said for Gibbo, it's half the time. He's still drinking half the time. He's probably drunk and playing. But, this guy from Overwatch plays Ana. This guy from League of Legends was in the top. It was like one of those worlds thing. I forgot. I don't know my league tourneys. And he wants to make a name for himself here in Valorant. Either way he can. Whether he's drunk and sober, he's gonna be looking for those kills. And right here, right now, he will get a face full of reality as Macax will get that takedown. I love Gibbo, guys. I'm just saying this because he said it himself. It's just like, this is the best factor about me. I'm a veteran from League. I'm a veteran from Overwatch, but I like me some drinks.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you know how like what was it?
Go tell me some pro
Sometimes
player.
Asians actually drink to their heart's content and get drunk just because it betters their kung fu.
Oh yeah, Drunken Fist. Exactly.
Yes, right? So,
Lei?
like-
Was it Lei like that? Or Tekken or something like that?
Yeah,
Hmm.
Rock Lee is that in Naruto, right?
Ooh.
The sake.
Sake. True. It's like, his veins just pop out of him. But you know what might pop out is Arsov, because he is looking to do the same old thing. Can he actually get the punish? There we go, turn around. And look at that, the Cypher was waiting for it. Japan hiding in the side. Arsoft can't do the same old trick. We'll have to play it safe with the Blaze instead. And Team Memes looking for a slow push on to B.
Wow,
That
was that slow?
Nah, never mind, it's fast. They're going for it. Yakama left alone actually, trying to fend off for himself, and Arsoft will get the takedown. TP play is there, and look at the invasion here from Team Memes. On to elbow we go, and that surprises the CT translocation. In the meantime though, double hooker right now, trying to play long range games, and for Team Memes they have a good chance of taking a round that they have the disadvantage. There we go with the Chevrolet. Jesse Bash not gonna get that takedown though. Kinda hurts, he's missing those shots, but Japan home from the other side. And right here, right now, Gabo lurking onto the elbow yet again. Which one is gonna connect your arm to your leg, that kind of thing? That's a real question, but this is gonna be the arm to the rest of the body. Severance. Gabo will go down. Here comes Japan Holmes, looking to solve for time, and gets Arsoft! The classic here from the Cypher, hiding on the side. Sebs will be able to get that takedown, but will the spike be defused? I think it will. I think it's pretty safe here.
Probably like 3 seconds.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
This guy knows his timers. Do you have a stopwatch every time Mr. Asurai? Oh, the spike is planted. Click. Let's go. Stopwatch on.
Man,
What a
just the
call!
thing. Arsoft was playing quite insane in that one, where, you know, if you have SMGs in CSGO, you sometimes just want to run and gun. You don't have to try to play the standard hold your spot and then try to spray it down. Sometimes the fire rate is there to save you, and if you're close enough, it actually hits all into their body. And Arsoft was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep on shooting, and that's what he did. Like, I felt like he could have gotten punished so many times, but he just got like these freakishly good angles that made it work.
And don't forget, he is actually going for it again. But freakishly fast angle he's taken, just spraying, doesn't care about the flash, looking to push on forward. But look at the Memes, they know exactly what to do against the Phoenix. It's called runaway, and they just run away, and that will be the relocation again with the run it back.
Yeah, that's actually the thing, right? There has been like a different type of argument where you don't want to use the Phoenix run it back too much at the start, because even though if you get some information at the beginning, if you're not going to be pushing with the Phoenix as he gathers that information, it becomes stale, and the opponents, or the defenders, won't be like at the same location where the Phoenix spotted them. So I think saving it for later on might be better when you're trying to clutch or something, because run it back also replenishes your HP when you go back to your body, I think. Like if you're 30 HP, then you come back, it becomes 100. Something like that.
I completely agree, because it's just so easy to run away, literally. And there's so many people who don't understand that, especially in the lower leagues. It's just, you don't need to fight the guy with a 1-up. This is literally Mario looking to respawn in front of you. He kind of has the star right now. He's gonna be fine. But Cyan, that's gonna be a star. There, beautiful angle up on heaven, gets 2! With that Marshall, beautiful shots actually, all the way from the other side. And Team Memes running out of members immediately. Jesse Fast looking to rotate all the way from the other end. Gibodo will be able to hold the line. And how will the push happen? It's the orbital laser instead, and will it actually be clutched there? Jepzo will be able to get rid of Gibbo. They're waiting for the strike to dissipate, but Jesse Bash lurking on the side, gets the angle, takes care of one, but no, the defense is able to get the defuse so close, but he had the Guardian instead, and the fire rate is just fast enough. And what a round there. And in the end though, Team EXE gets the defuse just in time.
I'm not sure if Vash had time to just not look at the brimstone, go straight to the diffuser, and then shoot him, and then cancel it out, and then maybe have possibly clutched around.
Yeah, I think
I'm not sure if that. Yeah.
It was the brimstone not looking. So he could have actually done that. And if I remember correctly, I was kind of blurred, but I think he missed his first shot too. So, just split second mistake there. Gonna be potentially hurting Team Memes right now, because unlike yesterday's last 2 games, they are not running away with this at all, and they might be kind of cursing the format right now. Even though the first seed, they're looking a little shaky right here, but hey, that's how it is sometimes. Here we go with the hot hands. Who will be able to get that takedown? Japan though don't need to survive, and he's just gonna drop down, doesn't care, reckless abandon whatsoever. Team Memes right now with an ultra aggressive playstyle. If you know your hyper instinct right here, that is just basically be that. Japan home now with 2, and B side, the territory of Team Memes looking to be in their favor again. Euro Death right now.
Oh, panicked a little bit there. He went for a no scope. If I'm not mistaken, no scope is only accurate after your initial scope shot. And I didn't see if he did, but he might have panicked a little bit there as the opposing Sage went straight up to his face. So here is the retake from our opponents here. Only 3 or 2 remain. as they try to
2v2.
retake onto the site. Or 2v2, yeah.
Gardens right now for Humi, as well as Gibbo. Here we go though with the stun. Can Gibbo cover his teammate? That's gonna be the real question. How will the spike be defused? But Humi staying alive will get one. Now it's Gibbo versus Sebs. And honestly, the Brimstone can play this kind of slow. Resurrection actually used up, but the spike, it might already get popped. They are just gonna run away, and Sebs is just gonna die with the bomb. Yeah, he knows he made a mistake, and he's just gonna sacrifice his own life to the bomb. 1.54 though, pretty close honestly, but hey, it's just not enough. The resurrection kind of buying a little time for the spike itself to explode, so a little questionable there. I get the reasoning. You use your teammate basically as a shield at the same time as go for the trade, but not when the spike's like that, mate.
Well, at least the good byproduct here is that they save a Vandal for Macaques, and he's been like doing pretty well. Like he's 11 kills overall in this game, so he might be able to put this Vandal to good use if if the opponents are there. But if you can see on the minimap on the top left, majority of the opposing forces is right outside of Hookah, but they're actually slowly going to be. So maybe Macaques can put this work to work rather.
Interesting orbital laser. Okay, so they're anticipating a push onto Hookah, but unfortunately it's a little bit away. So kind of two ultimates used up here by Team EXE for no real reason, and Jesse Vash wasting CMS immediately. Now, for Team EXE, the thing they come from again is Apex, if I remember correctly, as well as a little bit of CS here and there. But yeah, so more of the movement is their playstyle. But they should have a little bit of understanding of ult economy, since that the game has a lot of ability usage too. But hey, you know, enough is enough though. Could be a push from Sebs trying to get through the slow and the smoke. It's like a parcel delivery that never fails. And Sebs, we can't see anything whatsoever. That's a great feature of observing, by the way, guys. And he will meet the fighting squad that is Jakama Bakaxo with the counter trade. And so far, hiding onto the side of Shower, rolling Thunder to try and get the kills. But it's still Jakama falling down. He had the angle, but we're able to get the takedown. Sion from the side, and Arsop in behind. Now Japanum playing the same angle. Will not go for the shot. Japanum taking a little too long with these rotations, and oh no, both teams losing out in momentum. Spike is gonna get stuck, and this hurts. Asurai. These last 3 rounds, a lot of questionable plays, to say the least.
I'm not sure how that actually was retaken by EXE, although one of them was probably because Macaques was just really good with his positioning with that rolling thunder. It was able to kind of push everybody out, or if not stun a couple of people, which allowed for some really easy kills here and there. But another thing was, you saw at the very start of this round that everyone, or almost everyone, used their smokes at the beginning. So once that smoke dissipated, they couldn't re-smoke it, and I think this just gave like a lot more time, you know, for EXE to just like, hey, no more smokes, easy try takes on these angles. But now they're gonna go for B, so let's see how it works out for them.
Look at this, anticipating the B. They already know, Team EXE understands and respects their opponent. They already know they're gonna struggle on B side, as Arsov goes for the kill, and Japan with the trade on back, as this is basically an econ round here for Team Memes right now. But with the Viper Spit, the territory that Team Memes has enjoyed a lot will just basically be shut out from them. But a double-edged sword here, Asurai, Jesse Vash, sneaky peeky. Maybe a little bit of that experience from Dota. Rikimaru is coming for you onto the defender's side, and you don't expect Sage doing this.
You know, might I guess add, Sage is actually one of the perfect flankers if you think about it. Because I've heard this from one of my Singaporean friends, I think, is like, if you lose the fight, or if you win the fight and you take damage, it's all right, because you can heal yourself, and then you're good again to fight another one if it's a 1v1. Oh, easy.
Jesse Bash. I get it. That self-sustain is huge, but at the same time, you know, the macro game really depends on where you need it. I feel it's very debatable, but you know, in terms of stats, Sage is basically the best agent to clutch with, because of that self-sustain, because of the slope, because of the wall, and you make it again with the resurrection. So the beautiful flank here working out for JC Vash. In the meantime though, they are going for the crossfire. Jakama with a headshot, getting the clock on, and Macaques right now versus 2 of these revolvers, but 1 shot, 1 kill, no matter what, not even needing to aim for the head. And well, the Vandal be able to take the advantage. No, it doesn't. Thrifty round here for Team Memes, and like I say, if you win a thrifty round, you have shown your hand and you have shown your force that you can be better than your opponent if need be.
And hey, I mean, it just goes to show that if you're good with the one tap, Sheriff is incredibly powerful, especially for its price range. Like, comparing the Sheriff to the Deagle in CS, the Sheriff feels easier to shoot with, as well as the Marshall, comparing it to the Scout. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if other people feel the same way, but you can see the like how strong it is on eco rounds. When you don't have cash, you just go for like for full sheriffs. And if somebody is dumb enough to try to peek you, you can't really escape that because the wall penetration on the sheriff is high. That if you try to go through cover, they can still chase you with the bullets.
I completely agree. It really is a lot easier. It's a lot faster feeling, that's for sure. The Scout, as well as the Deagle, super sluggish in
Yeah.
CS. Especially the R8 Revolver, let's not talk about that. But hey, it's Humi right now going for the running back, but CMS giving Team Memes open space of their own medicine. Here comes the push though, Jesse Bash will be saved by Humi there. And it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade so far, but this is an econ round right now. And something, Mr. Asurai, that I haven't able to actually mention to you, that Team EXE is the masters of the shotgun. They are the Bucky squad that can get frags out of nowhere, especially for Arsov, but he has gone down already. They went for the double hook approach, which is so strong in CQC, but it seems like Team Memes knows and anticipates that coming. Jesse Bash though not paying attention. Sai decides to push on through and we'll get that takedown. Triptire though giving the location, such a difficult spot to begin with, and Japan Home staying on the side. Humi doesn't care. He wants to frag out. He gets two, and Team Memes now with the advantage. We have a match here, ladies and gentlemen.
He picked up the Phantom there and wasn't able to like get into cover. He just hoped that his spray control might have been enough, but yeah, it seems like all right, I'm double checking. EXE is running it at least with that 1 round advantage. But still, looking at the buys, Memes is able to buy back up.
That's right. It's Team Memes with the advantage. They have 10 points. If
Oh.
you're confused, hold tab.
Okay.
If you're confused, hold tab. That'll tell you the real score.
Thank you. But it's still confusing me.
Yes,
I'm
don't worry,
so
I
bad.
got you. I got you. I got the audience too. And here comes Arsov just running at Japan Home, who's not paying attention. Will get taken down. Snow Orb though in response from Jesse Bash. He has the Resurrection though, so they can kind of trade ultimates in this regard, and the Phoenix will come back. But hey, Japan Home, open your eyes, man. I know you're in the balaclava, but you gotta pay attention sometimes.
You will not kill my ally.
Arsov has been doing that like in the past couple of rounds, so not being able to prepare for it is, I think, is a mistake on Meme's side. Like Arsov is, I'm gonna keep flashing over the wall every single round outside of hookah, and if I have that ultimate, I might use it, I might not. If you hear it, then he's mostly gonna be there, and it just seems to like work out for him every single round.
I completely agree. Arsov is just so on point with that, and honestly, he's not getting punished for it. It's kind of hard, sure, because of the curveball, but at the same time, you have enough members in the first place, and you have people hiding, anticipating it coming, then you are going to be able to go for the peak. And speaking of the peak there, Humi just using that latency to his favor. Here comes the Marshall bolt, trying to get some value here and there, and oh no, that's like already a quick position for Team Memes to get onto B sites, their favorites.
Just to add to that, there's actually no ultimates available here for EXE, so they have to kind of take this site back a little bit dry. So no orbital strikes, no rolling thunders, and any of that sweet jazz. So it's either they just give up this site right now, or basically risks their weapons being taken away from their hands. And it seems like they're gonna just do the safer option, which is to run away, save the weapons, and live to fight for the next round.
Yeah, and they should have 2 up to 3 ultimates for the next round because Macaque Cyan and Sebs are at that free site already. But apparently, you know, the hot throws, that is the ultimates here for Team Memes versus the Jerky of Team EXE. That is just a free round taken, and 11 to 9 right now. This is what we were talking about for Team Memes. That once they start running away with it, though, they can't really just show. It's a tour de force, to say the least.
My French isn't too good, so what's a tour de force again?
I forget. I know it's a fancy term, but basically it's just, hi, we're cool. An impressive performance or achievement that has been accomplished or managed with great skill.
Okay, thank you.
Le magnifique, escargot, oui oui. Baguette.
Oui, oui.
Yes.
C'est la vie, c'est la vie.
C'est la vie, c'est la vie. Ratatouille. My favorite song. But Macax!
Omelette
Hey!
du fromage.
Okay, Omelette du fromage. Dude, Macax is just like, this is Remy. He's basically Remy right now, controlling the game. And even though he doesn't get the credit, that's 1 star for Chef Gusteau there immediately. The defense, getting the first frag, and that's goodbye to Jakama. He hasn't had the best game, honestly. I expect a little more from this guy, to be honest. But if it really is just a counterplay here from Team EXE. They shut down the effective range that he's best at, and it just works. It just works there. And now at the B side we go.
4v5. So this is kind of smart. I like how Arsof is gonna be the man right on the site already, and then the Brimstone is just there to kind of provide the smokes for him, because he's the duelist. He's gonna be able to deal a bit more up into the close range. He doesn't have any more flashes, but he still has his fireball as well as the flame wall, so maybe he can use that to full effect. If they try pushing in, they'll have to push through that and take damage, but I'm not sure how effective it's gonna be. But there's 30 seconds onto the clock. It's either now or a quick rotate. The bomb or the spike is right outside hookah though.
Exactly. And for now, it's Arsof hiding onto the elbow side. In the meantime, though, they're really playing the aggression here, which is pretty interesting. 18 seconds left. They're going for the choke. And Arsof, though, unable to get the kill onto Jesse Vash. Yikes, indeed. Here comes All right now. Saving a little bit of space here on B side. Rolling Thunder, though. And will this be enough to stop the spike plant? That was really, really anticipated by Macax. But unfortunately, Gibal got the spike plant in time. What could have been if the Brimstone just got knocked away in first place.
Hello.
But now, that slow play. Humi, of course, getting 2 kills. Push coming in from the Bilray as well as the Beard. And Sign will get that takedown. Started now with 2. He's just a monster with the Marshall, that's for sure. But can it be enough? Orbital Laser forcing Gibot to just tough it out. And he doesn't go for his own, but Japan Home will get the kill. That was really, really clutch there from Cyan. Unfortunately, though, they are now at a 3-point hole, and it is match point here for Team Memes.
Yeah, they have to, well, win 3 straight, or else it's GG for this particular game. Man, I mean, that was just like clockwork from Jesse Bash. He went in and got himself a freebie or a quick rush in. I'm not sure what Arsof was actually using as a weapon. I thought that he had a rifle or an SMG, but it sounded like he had a Marshall in his hands at close range. Or at the rushing point. If you don't hit your headshot, then it's game over for you. It's either you win or you lose with that Marshall. So having that quick ability to get into that really just spot it out for them. Anyways, you're gonna go for a quick A here.
Yeah, it's a double operate actually. Macax and Cyan gonna go for it, but Humi with the first kill immediately will get that takedown. For the time being though, CMS hanging on back, sees the wall in front of him, almost got the kill onto the Brimstone, but it just doesn't happen even though the headshot comes, and Jakama finally getting his form, but Cyan again, so strong with the sniper. If I remember correctly, it was only Cyan with the Marshall, but I may be wrong with that. That's what the VOD is for, ladies and gents. Here comes Humi though, with a run it back, covering from Shower, and oh my, Japan Home still off with the spike plant. So now at this time, for the final countdown here. You know, a great song, a great situation, and CMS will decide to go for the push. Get rid of Japan, absolutely clutch there. In the meantime, angles are being taken here by Team EXE on different sides. Arsof with the clutch as well, gets the headshot on. CMS now with the takedown. Can Humi be the one to break it up and just have no excuses here, and now goes for the kill off the CMS first, but Arsof is already peeking the angle, will get that takedown, and Team EXE living just a little more, barely breathing, but on the other side, Team Memes has a lot of money, that's for sure.
Yeah, they've won 4 straight rounds, so they got money to buy for days. Even though if they're like, you know, even though the game changed, you got yourself that 9,000 cap, it's still able to kind of buy you for 2-3 more rounds possibly. You can see it right here. They're not going to be opting to go for the op from the looks of it. Maybe Japan Home might, possibly, but they're all just going to go for rifles. So no one shot, one kill, but looking at the other side, look at this. EXE with 2 ops, yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir. Cyan and Macax. Cyan has been hot with the Marshall. Macax has been really strong with the operator. Seems like for Japan, he's going to go for his sniper as well. And here we go again, Mr. Asurai. Awkward situation. Arsof is basically going to run. And everyone runs away, Usain Bolt style. Japano even taking care of the other operator. And does Sam have the resurrection? Yes, but it's really far off already. And on guard then, since usually spotted the offense will take on their spike defense.
Yeah. Something that teams don't actually do with the run it back is that if you use it, you can, maybe somebody can like go behind you and just walk. so that they don't hear the footsteps, right? And
Human
they
shield,
might just
mate.
think that the Phoenix is there, is the only one there, and he's not anymore after the run it back runs out of time.
You will
And then you could go for like a really cheeky flank play. But
Oh, Jesse
we will not
Bash!
see this one.
Bro, did you see that? He just watched Macaques come back to life! I'm flabbergasted. What happened there? He got rid of the Sage, but it was a mercy round, I guess, letting the breach get on the way, just literally running on the way there, and Macaques now punishing this huge mistake. He gets Sue. What's happened? What's happened, Team Memes? Another costly mistake happening here. This time hurting Team Memes there. In the meantime, CMS holding the A short angle, protecting himself by lamps with the wall. The poison is so essential. Gabo with the molly. It's not gonna happen. We'll get that takedown. Daks is going down though, and the sun's setting low. So for Japan home, going for the plant, and Team Memes. So many questionable decisions right now, and it's just this round. Can Homie actually get the plant on? He's gonna go for the kills. Sees no one anymore, and that's another win for Team EXE. We are almost at sudden death here. And just those 2 rounds, from confidence to head scratches, honestly. 12-11 our scoreline.
Make or break. This could be like the comebacks for EXE. In any case, I just want to see pressing that tab. Do they have enough money to buy up? They have actually a good chunk of money to buy up, so
A little bit,
it's all right.
a little bit. Oh,
Yeah, a little
Cyan,
bit. Maybe not the full utility. And Cyan actually on the judge. On the
Okay.
judge.
They're actually whipping out this strat. So this is why the Team EXE squad is the shotty squad. Cyan has a pocket strat where he just dominates shower with this judge. Now this might hurt them though because no one's going through shower. Everyone's on B. And if Cyan doesn't rotate in time, he's gonna look for the push. He goes for the smoke. If he hears anything happening on shower, he will go for the push and just take you down there. But with everyone here for Team Memes in position on B side, their favorite, they go for the run back already. Humi is literally taking this game in his own hands. Macaques will get taken down. Vash will go down there. It seems like the Phoenix is surviving. And in the meantime, in the smoke, will get felled by Jakama. Rotate now coming on over. Can Sebs actually be a sneaky little peeky into the elbow side? Spike will planted. 4v3. And I think Humi has the angle against CMS here. There you go.
He's got no chance. He didn't even know that he was getting flanked from behind. Japan home still alive as a Cypher on stopping the retake. That's so strong because he can just put out his traps, his CCTV, and he's able to see all throughout the B side, which is incredibly strong right now. Look at that. He just played around Cyan, and he just like, yeah, I'm just going to whip you around. Spots his opponent, and that's GG.
GG, well played. Team Memes will take the victory. Absolutely commendable there from Team EXE. They have learned from their lessons from yesterday, but unfortunately, in a single elimination best of 1, it's just not good enough here, Mr. Asurai. It is just truly not good enough there. But hey, that's pretty much how that round goes. Who's our MVP on that scoreboard? That's Humi. Not surprising whatsoever. Let's look at those rounds real quick, Mr. Asurai. But for you, what has been your favorite round? What was such a defining factor of that game?
Not sure if it's defining factor for me, but the one that I really liked the most was Jesse Vash actually just kind of, boosting himself up on A and then getting like 3 straight kills with the operator too. To the surprise of EXE, like they didn't think that Jesse Vash would do that on that particular angle, and it worked out so well. So that's just one of the things that I really liked about that game.
That's true. Damn, it's dark in your room, huh? You know, I know the sun is setting
sorry.
low, Mr. Asurai. No, I'm just like saying, it's like, are you okay? This is a true man cave for you, mate. You're looking pretty spiffy there, though. And that
Thank
is
you.
our first game, ladies and gentlemen. We will go for our second semifinal. Nice brightness. Everyone can see. Here's the white filter. It'll get in the way. But
I'm trying to save
It's okay.
electricity because my PC is always on. So like,
it's okay. Look, for your sake and for Prod's sake, we'll be right back. That was a great match, though. Congratulations, Team Memes, our first finalist. Not surprising whatsoever after their dominant affair. We will see Team EXE later on for the 3rd place match. And I just want to congratulate them from really showing up on that bind map. That is basically Team Memes' territory, and they really put such a big dent to their defense. So congratulations, honestly, both teams. But Memes will move on to face off against whoever wins this next match, which will be MMK versus Global TikTokers. You don't want to miss a little bit of that Civil War, and you don't want to miss, again, kinda an Overwatch versus Apex CSGO kind of team setup. We will be right back. This is the Closed Beta Closeout Playoffs.